You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
No one can do it better.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
Talk to me. Say something.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but damn sure makes it easy.
Look around. What do you see? It's just shallow worship. Be yourself and speak your mind for free and have a whole lot of popular vibe and a little lot of population. But there's a container like what you try to tell me. Or just too good for a lot of adults and teens out there. Parental discretion is so enjoy.
No one can do it better.
You have heard so much about him.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
Hey. What's up? How y'all be? Tell me something good. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch Lettin It Loose with me, that bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to speak what I feel and yet I was real. Me, Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause after they made me, they broke me. How y'all doing today? I'm alright if y'all alright. Hey Keisha, I saw your message. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Good to know you okay. Yeah, it's about close to 70-some degrees out there in Burlington, close to 75 degrees out in Burlington, North Carolina right now. It's pretty warm out there. And I want to give birthday shout outs to everybody whose birthday today. Happy birthday to the ones whose birthday October the 25th. And I can't name them all because there are so many. But happy birthday, y'all. And I want to give my shout outs to everybody all over the world, all across the country, and in Atlanta, Georgia, the surrounding Atlanta area, and the whole state of Georgia.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Yeah, I know it is warm down there in Georgia. It's pretty nice up here in Carolina, in North Carolina too. But y'all probably warmer down there because y'all further south. Hey, what's up, Langston Mom? How you doing? I got you. Just saw you on Langston Mom. What's going on? Anyway, y'all, again, thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out and watch Lettin It Loose. And those who haven't subscribed, and if you find it in your heart and you feel it in your soul, please don't hesitate to hit the like and the subscription bell. Really would appreciate it. And just to let y'all know too, one-on-one live chat is always available and optional at the same time. Video and audio, both of them are optional. But if you rather be seen it or heard or neither one, like Lakeisha Myers and Langston's mom doing now, y'all can always comment on the live chat. That'll be a whole lot better too. Yeah. And like I said, it's in the 70s, mid-70s here in Burlington, North Carolina. It's pretty warm up here. And I was looking, and like I said, it was, because it get cold in the morning up here. And if you think about it, it's a typical fall weather. That's all I can tell you. That's all it is, a typical fall season. We just got to be on our P's and Q's. And another thing, too, it's also called pneumonia season. That means it'll sneak up on you and you won't even know it. And they call that the walking pneumonia.
Talk to me. Say something.
And that ain't nothing to play with. You can die from that too, y'all. So, like I said, stay warm, dress according to the weather. Oh yeah, it's cold everywhere in the morning. Like I said, this is a typical fall season. Cold in the morning, warm in the evening, and pretty soon we're gonna have longer days. We're gonna have longer nights and shorter days because time change is about to come up, and that's on the real for me. The change of times is coming. Well, Keith, I never had pneumonia. Well, one time, but I survived most of the time I had the flu. But other than that, I've been a good sport about it. For real. Try to keep. I mean, you can't. I know you can't help. People can't help when they get sick, but hell, at the same time, y'all, it's dangerous. I mean, that's why you gotta dress according to the weather. And that it's cold. I mean, when it's cold, dress like I said, dress like it's cold. Like you gotta put on more layers of clothes. I mean, put like a coordinate. That's all I can say. But anyway, y'all, I know that's right. Me too. I mean, I had a real. I mean, I think the worst time I had it was real. I had a real bad. I think my senior year of high school. But thank God I still graduated. But that flu was a killer.
Talk to me. Say something.
But like I say, the main thing is we survived and we still here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
No one can do it better.
But God. But anyway, y'all, tonight is Friday. Well, them Dodgers and them Yankees, they start the night in the World Series. So those who ask me who I'm going for, I'm not gonna say. I really don't care. I mean, I'm not a Yankees fan. I mean, I don't dislike them either. But I'm not a Dodgers fan. And I don't dislike them. But to be honest with you, I got to go with them Dodgers for some strange reason. I mean, real is kind of hard because I like them both. I mean, they got the players. I mean, I ain't gonna say I like them, but I respect them because they got some good players. Oh yeah. While it's on my mind, rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela. To me, one of the greatest Dodgers ever. Cause he used to give the Braves H-E double hockey sticks. For real, he used to give the hell. I mean, we have some players that gave the Dodgers hell too, so what's the difference but the belt? But to me, the greatest manager the Dodgers ever had, Tommy Lasorda. Yeah, he was a pretty cool, unique guy like that. I mean, for real. And then I like the fact that he respected the Braves. Yeah, I mean, if he said he respected the Braves, he's a good man.
Talk to me. Say something.
Hey, from India, Lynn's Grandeur Estates. How you doing? Yeah, rest in peace to that lady. Oh yeah, and then, like I said, as far as the Yankees, I mean, I ain't gonna say I dislike them, but I never really rolled with the Yankees like that growing up. If any baseball team out of New York, I was rolling with the Mets, not the Yankees. And I have my reasons why I like the Mets better than I like the Yankees. For one thing, well, I'm not going to reveal it on here, but let's put it like this. One thing I didn't like about the Yankees, I didn't like George Steinbrenner, and I didn't like the way how he tried to make them try to be somebody they was not. I mean, it's okay for your baseball team to have class and have a great winning tradition. A winning tradition or whatnot. But at the same time, At the same time, I'm just gonna say this right here. Don't try to don't try to make somebody be somebody that they not. That's the problem with America. I'm gonna say that. I mean, and that's the problem with a lot of people in America too as well. Always trying to be more and and be more than who and what they are, and they do too much, and they always try to be something that somebody they ain't.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it even.
Right on. But this what I'm saying too. I mean, I ain't gonna say I dislike the Yankees, but I just ain't never been a fan. I was more about the Mets growing up. I mean, I love the Braves, but I was more about the Mets. Why? Because they were the next best thing after the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Rap to 'em a little bit right here.
I mean, even after the Brooklyn Dodgers moved to LA. I mean, no disrespect toward the Dodgers, cause guess what? Like I said, the Mets was the team I really rooted for because, like I say, the Yankees, they all hung up in tradition, and like I say, they do too much. But nothing against the fans and nothing against the team. I'm just not a fan. Yes, me too. You already know I love the Braves. I grew up on them. Even when they were sorry, and even when they wasn't sugar honey iced tea, I still supported them. And like I always say too, this goes out to these so-called fair weather fans and those fans that always jump on the bandwagon when they're getting good, but when they get real, they won't jump off. I'm just gonna say this from the kindness of my heart, and I know you probably done heard me say this before. Dick riding is not a form of transportation. Well, I grew up singing in church. But I wouldn't say I'm a singer. I'm not a professional singer, but I do love to sing. And I've been singing in church ever since I was young. So they say I'm a singer, so I'm a singer. But just to let you know, Jerry, I'm just gonna say this to you, and I mean this from the heart. Please don't call me out, because I don't like to be called out at the spirit of the moment to sing. I got to be in a real good, serious mood to sing. I mean, not trying to be difficult, but I just ain't never like to be called out. I was like that growing up in church. Hey, Mom, and Langston, Mom. Oh, so you lived up north. What part of North you from, Langston's Mom? 'Cause I know you're a Yankees fan, and I respect that. I know that's right. But anyway, hey, Mom, but how you doing? Oh, what part of Ohio, man? What part of Ohio? Cincinnati, Dayton, Akron, Cleveland, Youngstown.
Talk to me. Say something.
So which team do you like? Oh, okay. Yep, that's why we fam. You know why? Because a lot of my people live up in Warren, Ohio. And you already know the Starger family. Started with my Uncle Sugarfoot. I already know the history about that. I know you grew up in Long Island, Keisha Myers. I know you from Long Island. I'm good, Mama. How about you? Yep. But like I say, I got family up in Warren, Ohio. Warren, Cleveland, Dayton, Akron, Youngstown, Cincinnati. And you know what? I'm a Starger too, man. I'm a Starger too. In fact, okay, your mom is Cynthia Starger. Well, my dad was named Roy Starger. God rest his soul. My name Carlos Starger. But cuz, just to let you know, I live in Burlington, North Carolina now. But I was born and raised oh, hey, Cynthia. Yeah, I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. But, Cynthia, I know I'll be still listening to this. I moved to North Carolina in 2022, I retired from Kroger. October the 21st, 2022. 2 days later, I got the H on out of Georgia. Moved to North Carolina, Cynthia. Been up here since, oh yeah. If you ain't seen or heard already, Cynthia, guess what? I got married July the 20th. For the second time. Yes. But like I say, I got married July the 20th here in North Carolina. Keisha, I know I'm not fat. But you know, before I left Georgia, I wasn't big as I am now. I mean, that's what I was told. But like I said, hey, hey, Cynthia Startle, this is my wife that just commented, Veronica. Veronica, where you see the comment where Langston mom is, that's my cousin Cynthia Startle. She lives up in Warren, Ohio. Now I told you, it started with, I'd already told you the deal about how my family went to Warren, Ohio, Veronica. You remember I told you about my Uncle Sugarfoot? That's all I'm gonna say. Yep, and Cynthia, that's my wife. That's your cousin. And mama say hey too, Veronica. And I know, thank you, Keisha. Oh, you live in Riverdale now, cuz. Get the chunk out of town, good Lord. Hey, Cynthia Stargell, cousin. If you able or can, if you on my Facebook page, if you on Carlos Stargell the last, hit me on my inbox. Send me your number, please, and I'll give you mine. I really would appreciate it. And Keisha, I know you happy for me and Veronica. I know you still celebrating. Hey, thank you, cuz. I really appreciate that. But anyway, like I was saying, Keisha, I know you still celebrate. Shoot, you were celebrating when I first told you about it, when we first started dating, remember? And look, and like I'm gonna tell you this, Keisha, thank you so much for your love, support, praises, and blessings. Because guess what? I ain't never got so many of those in my life until now. And you know what? It feels good. Yeah, it do. I mean, especially from people that you, and I'm glad to see that you on the live chat too. Keisha Myers. Yep. You know I had to throw that in there. But anyway, oh, and speaking of Keisha Myers, I talked to your buddy this week. Yeah, I'm talking about Monique. And you know she's still being Mona Chuck. You know she had me hitting the wall, laughing. Oh yeah. And look, I know you ain't changed. I know nothing ain't changed, Keisha. But anyway, like I was saying, Keisha, your girl, Mona Chuck, she needs Jesus just like we do. Now you know if she can. All right. Hey Cynthia, I saw the notification. I got you. Soon as I get, get off and edit it, I'll call you. I promise you. And look, I'm talking about my cousin Keisha. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, it's so good to have family and friends get on the live chat with me on this YouTube live. I mean, that just make it better. That just make me more motivated to talk more sugar honey iced tea than I ever do. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me, say something.
But anyway, y'all already know, tonight I will be watching WWE SmackDown, and I'll probably catch a little bit of that World Series. But like I said, I'm not rooting for neither one, and I don't have no dislike. But it's just one thing about it. My Braves are not playing. Yeah, they got knocked out in first, but that's okay. It's always next year. And I'm still gonna be a Braves fan. Win, lose, or draw. Ride or die. But like I'm gonna tell y'all, just like I always say, dick riding is not a form of transportation. And that goes to those bandwagon jumpers and those fair weather fans and those who get on when the getting is good and when shit get real, they leave. They leave. Oh, you think I'm so much like my daddy? Mom, I hear that all the time. Hey, viewers, hey, thank you. That is so kind. That is so kind, Veronica. Yeah, I do what I do because I just enjoy the art of talking shit. That's what I do. Because if I don't, something wrong. I ain't myself. Word to big word. I'm just gonna be me. But I'm gonna talk some real sugar honey iced tea. And I like how you say, hey, Miss Riley, you might as well just call her. I ain't gonna say it on here. I ain't gonna call y'all like that on here, Veronica. I tell you directly. And it ain't nothing bad though. It's all good. I just gonna tell you. Yep. And this show ain't care. And you know what? And cosigning bull is not a necessity. And people need to understand that, but they don't. But guess what? It's all good. Hard head make us soft behind. Hey, bread man. Hey, thank you, bread man. You the bread man with the bread or the bread man with the M-O-N-E-Y? Yeah, you talking about the actual bread or the M-O-N-E-Y? I like that bread man. Shoot. I just go by Carlos because I got a nickname I can't even stand to this day. I'm not gonna reveal it, but only my family and people who ain't been knowing me for a long time call me by my nickname. Y'all don't. But on the real for real, I rather, for those that don't know my childhood name, and if y'all want to call me a nickname, either call me OG, old school, or Unc. Well, I'd rather for y'all to call me OG, because that was the last thing they called me before I left Georgia. For real, for real. When I left Georgia, that was the last time somebody called me OG down there. And when I go back to visit, they still call me OG. And look, and I'm still known and loved down there. And I'm gonna say this too, like I said, the last time I was down there, when I went to see one of my cousins, and when he introduced me to his neighbors, he said, this is my famous cousin, Carlos from North Carolina. One of his neighbors was like, I know Carlos. He used to work at Kroger. I said, yes, I retired too. And I moved to North Carolina. He said, you weren't that big when you left. I said, I know that. He said, did you ever move up there with that sister you say you was in? I said, yeah. And I married her. He said, you said you was in? I said, yeah. And I married her. He said, you said you gonna do? I said, when I say I'm gonna do something, I try to let y'all know that my word is born. My word is born. Hey, thank you, Shamrock 907. I hear that all the time about my voice. And you know what? I'm going to say this right here. This is for Shamrock 907. People tell me all the time I sound like Barry White from the Temptations. I sound like Barry White. Like I said, Barry White, Melvin Franklin, Isaac Hayes, Michael Clark Duncan, and what's that other dude, James Earl Jones. I done heard that ever since my voice changed. And my voice changed when I was 12 years old, because like I told people, it was 1 minute I had a squeaky voice. But then when I sounded like this at the age of 12, it scared the hell out of me. And like I said, oh yeah, I voted too, Keisha Myers. I had to. I did that Monday. So yes, I got it out the way. But anyway, getting back to Shamrock 907. I remember one time, somebody called my house. I was living, somebody called the house. I was 14 years old. I answered the phone. This man said, hello, is your wife home? I was like, Mama. I said, you better tell whoever this is I'm 14 years old. I mean, at one point, I thought, at that time, I felt insulted. But now that I look back, I laugh about it because I said, damn, that was a good thing. I had a voice like that had a voice like that at 14 years old. I mean, I had a lot of parents. I had a lot of parents wondering at one point. I remember one time, well, no, I don't, Keisha. I sound better because I'm still here and they gone to glory.
Talk to me. Say something.
But anyway, like I was saying, I remember one time I called this sister when I think I was 14 or 15, something like that. And they parents answered the phone. They were like, who's calling? I was like, this is Carlos. How old are you? I think I was like 14. They said, and you sound like that? I said, yes, I sound like that. They said, how did your voice get so deep? I said, you got to ask my parents. And she couldn't say nothing else. But when she saw me face to face and direct, she was like, you don't look like you sound. I said, how do I supposed to look to sound like I sound? She said, your voice don't fit you. I said, why not? She said, you don't look like you got a deep voice. I said, oh, I turned my head and said to myself, oh, shut up. Because one thing about when we were growing up, we had respect for our elders no matter what. But this day and time is a different era now. We don't respect nobody who don't respect us.
Talk to me. Say something.
Because if they want respect, they got to do the same thing. They got to give it and earn it. Respect is a two-way street. It goes both ways. So, like, for example, like when I curse some certain people out, let somebody told it I was disrespectful. But I had a lot of people on my side said no. And I agree with they said no, I wasn't being disrespectful. I was doing like anybody else would have did, stood up for myself. And that's what I did. And what I really wanted to do during that time, it was against the law. So guess what? I handled the way it's supposed to be handled. But if it was up to me, I would have flipped them birds and shot moons at them too.
Talk to me. Say something.
And that is no jive. Well, my cue is up, y'all. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, view, check out, and watch Letting It Loose with me, that bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Kakalaki. One who's not afraid to speak what they feel and yell out what's real. Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause when they made me, shit, they broke the mold. And I want to thank all the viewers. And I want to and for the ones who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please don't hesitate to hit the like and or the subscription bell. I really would appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody who took the time to comment on the live chat. And Langston, Cynthia Stargell, give me a few. I'm gonna get with you. Keisha Myers, we gonna rap to a little later. Mom, you too. And I want to thank and look, everybody who participated on the live chat. Thank you. I love you. Don't stop commenting. Don't stop. I mean, just put it like this. Don't discontinue not getting on the live chat because I really enjoy y'all. But again, I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out and watch Letting It Loose. So until the next time, God bless you. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means, stop the violence. Increase the peace. Eliminate the hate. Spread love. More joy. Follow those basic instructions before leaving Earth. And let's all act on one accord. And Chad Snyder, just the answer to that question when I say letting it loose, speak your mind and be yourself with it so freely and expeditiously. But it's a right way and a wrong way to do that, and it's not what you say, it's how it's said. Was that broken down enough for you, Chad Snyder? Thank you, man. So, but until the next time, y'all, peace. 2 fingers. Out here like last year. later when you're straighter, and catch y'all on the next go around. And I get with y'all again on letting it loose. With me, the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to speak what I feel and yell out what's real. Me, Carlos Stargell, the last. Holler if you hear me. I'll at y'all later. I'm out here like last year. Peace. 2 fingers.